With me now, Kyle Rich. He's an assistant professor in the School of Recreation and Leisure Studies at Brock University. Welcome. The specialty that we're talking about today, you want to encourage people to get out, stay active, and enjoy some physical activity during this shutdown of pretty much everything across the country. How can people do that, Kyle?
We do need to follow these kind of instructions that are coming through, but that staying home doesn't necessarily mean we have to stay inside all the time, locked in our bedrooms or whatever rooms that we have. There's some really important benefits to being outside and getting outside into those natural environments. So we need to think about ways we can still integrate that, whether it's going to your backyard, taking your home workout onto your front porch or your balcony, or doing little things like gardening or whatever those kind of things are that you can engage with in those ways. It's important to really think about how we can integrate those into our new routines, whatever that looks like.
You published a paper called Mood Walks, the Role of Parks and Recreation in Mental Health Promotion. Why is taking a walk so important for mental health?
That paper, we were looking at partnerships and the way that different partnerships can work for these kind of mental health promotion outcomes. But we know that being in natural environments and working with natural products actually has different physiological outcomes for our bodies. So just being in nature has a different effect than if we were to walk on a treadmill, for example, inside. So by engaging in these outdoor activities or engaging with nature or natural products, even through things like gardening or woodworking, we can enhance those kind of physical and mental health benefits that our bodies have by doing the same activities just with natural products.
The physical benefits are obvious, aren't they?
Yeah, you could say they're obvious, but we might feel like they're obvious. But some of the things we're looking at, you're talking about reduction in blood pressure, nervous system activity, salivary cortisol, things that aren't obvious. These things that we would get from exercise anyways are enhanced by doing them in these natural environments. May sound intuitive, but when you can actually track it and measure it, it adds a kind of better understanding to that stuff.
Most of our society, I would think that the amount of time that we're being forced to be within the walls of our own homes, it just has not been something that we've been used to. So it's important for us to break that cycle of sitting idle.
It's also important to acknowledge that not everyone has outdoor spaces that they're able to access during this time. Just moving, I would say, is your first. Walking around, even just doing little easy exercises you can do at home and getting up and moving as part of our routine, not just getting, stuck into the office space or stuck into the couch watching TV or whatever it is. Working in those different movement breaks in whatever ways we can with the space that we have is a really important first step for sure.
That movement also releases some of those endorphins that are important for your mood.
Yeah, totally. There's tons of work out there, talking about the benefits of exercise just in general for many different reasons and parts of our body, whether it's mood or the kind of physical measures or our social health. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of strong support that we should be trying to move as much as we can all the time.
And also stepping away from the constant barrage of COVID-19 news and maybe putting your focus on something else that's a little more positive.
Speaking for myself, particularly in the first week when we were kind of locked down, I had the news feed running the whole time. And that can really take a toll on you, right? So thinking about the ways we can take a break, not just from work, but also from that, making sure we're staying up to date and we're following the guidelines that are coming through. But also, giving yourself a break, thinking about positive things, doing positive things. You can always video call a friend in to do your walk around your house with you or whatever it is. But thinking about those ways we can try to promote those positive states is important for sure.
Kyle Rich, assistant professor in the School of Recreation and Leisure Studies at Brock University. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Mike.
And of course, Kyle was talking about staying active, getting out, getting moving, but also keeping in mind the social distancing aspect of the guidelines. We'll be back with more in a moment.